comment, like,
and subscribe,
or else.
We here in the building. I'm looking at my computer like that's the webcam.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna do this. I do it every time. What up, Wizard here, and the lovely Miss Rita Neal, here for our first 100 subscriber mukbang. Woo, woo, woo. This is something that was suggested by my middle schoolers. Something I've never done. I've created content for a long time, you know, here and there as a little amateur. I love doing stuff like this. I've never done a mukbang though.
Davis for Ron Connect.
If I'm looking down, it's because I'm so used to looking at my computer. Camera's up here. Alright. That's gonna throw me off.
Oh,
so,
and the gloves, yes.
Oh, we get gloves too, okay. Alright, got my Mr. Krabs on. Now, I would not be eating crab. She the Krabby Patty. Ain't that right?
Which is stupid because it's literally a crab house. But
I don't like crab. It's got that fishy, oily. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it at all. Never been able to. But shrimp is my thing, though. That's my jam. But we're here for the 100 subscriber video. And to talk about this move that's happening tomorrow. Oh my goodness. It felt like it took forever, and then all of a sudden it didn't. We right here. Right here at it. So tomorrow night I move out. And I got to be there Monday morning for a few inspections and things like that. So it's exciting and daunting. I've been trying to get all my utilities and things set up. Rita's been frustrated because I've been taking forever to get packed.
Very last minute-er.
I can't do the whole packing in pieces. I don't know. It bothers the heck out of me. When I'm packing, I want to just be packing. That's it. So I spent today cleaning out my old room. My parents' house. I got most of the trash out. Way too much trash. Way too much trash. But my philosophy is, if I can't fit it in the car, if it's old, if it's something I can't wear, whatever, I don't need it. So I've been getting rid of stuff.
Money bags. You gotta buy everything.
Not money bags, but I don't know. I used to stress about stuff, and I just feel like I don't need to. What?
No.
I'm trying to figure out the best way to eat this. Oh yeah, you got it with no head anyway. Hey, we live. Okay. So we decided that we would take this time to talk about how we're planning to do our relationship over these 4 or 5 years, possibly.
5 years.
If I do a residency. So see, she don't like the idea of it taking longer. Cause she did her thing. She went through school early, got it done, crossed off. I'm scraggling behind.
Yeah. Okay, so we gonna watch this video.
I just put my gloves on.
I was wondering how you was gonna play it.
You would. I ain't gonna say nothing. She be doing me wrong. She was just fussing to get this thing started because she was hungry. And now we starting off with video. So we made a few videos. Neither of us have seen the videos. And I think I can actually play this on here at the same time. Whoa, hold up. That's not the right way. Let's do it this way. Bam. And then I just need the huzzah. And I think it's showing. Which one you want first? Me or you?
Yours, because I already saw mine.
I seen mine. Alright, we'll play mine first. Hopefully it works. Now, the main question that I get is, what are we gonna do? And it's a very broad question. You said it's what?
Nothing good. That cough.
But people seem to be, not understanding that Rita's not moving. She has her own business. She has a house. She's doing great things here. And I am moving 9 hours away, basically. And it's not something that's going to be easy. We fully expect it to be difficult. I definitely do. But one thing that gives me confidence is that Rita has already been through grad school. She went to law school, so she kind of understands what it entails, the intensity, the amount of time. So I'm hoping that she can stay understanding over the 4 years, even though it's going to be hard. One thing we talked about is making sure that we constantly checking in with each other, whether it's Snapchat or video calls or something, some way that we still interact. We're going to do that pretty consistently as best we can. I expect it to be hard. I'm going to miss the shenanigans, so I'm going from a household full of love and silliness, childishness at times, pranks, loud yelling, all of that, to, just me. And that's definitely going to be a big adjustment. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm excited to go out and be on my own again and have my own responsibilities and stuff, but I will miss joking around. Like, joking around with Adrian is the funniest thing, and Rita is hilarious too. She stayed pulling something on me or roasting me or whatever. So I guess we just gonna have to do that through the phone now. We also play games, so unfortunately, I didn't want to have to get another console, but I'm gonna have to get myself another Xbox so that we can play. I'm gonna leave the one that I got here, and so we'll try to play a few games. We always love Street Fighter. Rita's actually pretty good at Street Fighter. It's pretty cool. So we can have a lot of fun with that. So we'll probably play that. I'm gonna start playing Battlefront 2 again because I like that game. It's pretty slow paced. Maybe some Halo. But Street Fighter, yeah. Akuma just dropped, bro. When I get time with Akuma, I'm washing some of these people. But one thing that we talked about too is our goals over the 4 years, and one we discussed was me getting in shape over the 4 years. Well, both of us getting in shape, but she's already been doing good on her journey. I've got to get caught up. Got a big old belly I got to get rid of. And she told me that if I don't get in shape in my 4 years, then she's gonna give me something to cry about.
I didn't like what she said.
I don't know if she's serious, but just in case, I might actually need to lose some weight. Because she has a lot of belts in her closet. And yeah, I'm gonna miss my girl. I'm gonna miss her.
That's why I call her my little
We're planning to meet up at least, hopefully, once every 5 weeks at the latest. We gotta look at budgeting and timing and stuff, but I plan to see her. It's gonna be a good time. She's coming out to Nashville in the summer. That's gonna be fun. I get to showcase, the city. It's grown up a lot, but there's still some cool things that I remember that I just can't wait. I can't wait to show her the houses. The housing in Nashville, some of it is so crazy, and the things people drive to McDonald's is crazy. I want her to see all of that, but we're gonna, do our best, take it one day at a time, and try to get as far as we can. Yeah, I love you, baby.
Wow.
What you think?
I feel like the tone of yours is a little bit better than mine.
What?
I'm kind of nervous now to listen to mine.
Were you sad?
Was I sad?
And yours? Like, what do you mean by tone?
It was more so like, well, you'll see it. I just feel like my tone is more like who I am. Like, all right, now it's time to buckle down and get through it.
Not you fussing at me to be responsible. We've been working on it.
I'm a little nervous now because yours.
She been working on me for years to be more responsible, and I am more responsible. But she is like, when I tell you, just zoom, everything set up perfect. When you're stressed out, you become more organized.
Yeah.
It's like a superpower. Like, that's her way of de-stressing.
That's when
That's why she always on point like this all the time.
When someone said, like, with the trial notebook, like, oh, that's your way of taking control when you have no control, or creating control when you have no control. I was like, yikes.
It's so crazy though, because
I just got read.
it's really good though. It's very useful because, like, somebody like me, like, my norm for being stressed out is, all right, I just don't care no more. And I have to fight that all the time.
Yeah.
But you get stressed out on things that, like, I feel like you shouldn't, because you have to have so many things in order. I do worry about you sometimes with that.
Yeah.
Speaking about having things in order, Crab Seafood House, this bag slap. I ain't gonna lie to you. This thing, I ain't been eating my fastest, but I've been enjoying this.
Yeah, you been eating fast.
I've not been. She swear I eat so fast. You see, I've been taking pauses to talk. But this seasoning stuff is good. You was asking me, you was worried about the medium. The medium is perfect.
Yeah, because it had like...
This is good.
The medium is like second level. It's up to like 4.
And I don't even get seafood boils, but I like this.
Alright, so let's watch my video.
Time to see what Miss Rita is putting down here. Not crazy,
Okay, so hello. Thomas has tasked me to create a video just saying the challenges that we expect, and sorry, I'm looking down at my phone because I have the notes out, talking about how we plan to work out with him going to school, the challenges that I expect, and why you are trying. So I guess I'll start off by saying I, of course, am a lawyer, so I have already went through grad school, aka law school, so I know and understand the commitment that it takes. With that being said, I also know that there should be no nonsense and no foolery, because when I got my JD, it was get in, get out. Like, I'm not there to really socialize and do all that. I really was just there for the JD. Now, Thomas is not the same. I know that. He likes to be social, very much so, more than I'd care to be, honestly. So I guess I'll start with how we plan to work out. Really, I guess just communication. I guess video would be the main source of how we talk and communicate. Throughout the day, the texting, which sometimes throughout the day, I'm very busy as well, so I'm more available after evening time, like in court. Sometimes even now when Thomas messages me, I'm like, one wording or two wording because I'm busy. So I guess the main thing is just communication, and whenever we do spend time together, making sure that we are intentional and not on our phones and doing all this other stuff that you can do when I'm not there. So yeah, the challenges I expect, it's just time. We won't really be able to spend time together, because even now we don't really spend a lot of time like out and about. So I just expect that when I do visit or whenever we see each other, that we just make the most of our time. I'm just expecting really like weekend visits here and there, and then maybe for the holiday break, hanging out longer. But yeah, and then the last question is, why are you trying? I guess, well, I know I'm not gonna say I guess, but for me, the end goal, I always wanted to be with someone who is on my same speed, which Thomas is not.
Yeah.
But I also, we're not gonna find 100% of what we want. And like they always talk about the 80-20 rule. You get 80% of what you want in a person, and then this other person has the 20%. And it's like, do you give up your 80 for that 20? And for me, it just makes sense. Me and Thomas have been through a lot, good, bad, in between. I did not mean to do a thumbs down, but so we're in a great spot, a great place in our relationship, and I would like to see where it goes, and hopefully it goes further. So yeah, so that's really it. I just know that, with him being in grad school, his focus is not the same as mine. So I just hope that he doesn't get distracted, and hope he just does what needs to be done and get out, because honestly, the way I see it, we don't have time to like play around. He's already wasted some of his years, whereas I was buckling down and getting mine done. So like by the time he's out of dental school, I would be 8 years, 7 years, a lawyer, which is amazing and great, but also too, it's like, I'm kind of waiting on him. So yeah, so I just think the main thing is we being intentional when we do talk, and all the other distractions school may have you, classmates and stuff like that, or I don't know, little petty stuff going on in the school. As long as he keeps that separate, and just don't get distracted by if any girl tries to holler at him and stuff, because although I'm very nice, I am very territorial over anything that's mine. Like, don't come bother with my stuff because I don't bother with yours. So yeah, so that's it. I mean, I just think just communicating is the main thing, and just making sure whenever we do have time, we're spending it together. But I think in the long haul, we'll be good. I do understand, like I said, grad school is a big commitment, and you have to buckle down. So I'm not expecting to talk, 24/7 because I also don't have that time or desire to do so. So I just wish Thomas the best of luck, and hopefully he gets in and get out, and yeah, that's it for me. And I had to do it because I want my camera. You're not gonna catch it?
Oh, I didn't do it.
No.
Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, but yes. So that's it.
All right, so a few things. One, you definitely seem worried about me finishing school. We've talked about that the past few years.
Yeah, like no detours. You detoured enough.
But to be fair, without a detour, I probably wouldn't have connected with you.
Yeah, but okay. I'll take the detour for what it is.
And I know it's taking longer than you expected it to take. Because you was upset when I had to go to college to boost my stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, how many boosters you need? Like,
they're very funny about grades, like crazy funny about grades.
I mean, I see it now, but from my perspective, I've never had to do anything twice. And I mean, call it a weird flex or whatever, but I just...
But you tunnel vision, like...
If I wanted to do it, I did it.
That's the thing. You said, okay, how do I get here? These are the steps. I'm going to just do the steps and I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
But, like, that's just not how my undergrad experience went. I was very annoyed with school. I'm a lot better about it now. I kind of see it the same way you do. At the time, I was so fed up with school. I should have taken a break. But I had that full ride. So I went anyway. But I should have taken time off from school. I probably would have been fine. Went straight through, like, 2 years later.
Yeah.
Because by the time I got to junior, senior year, I was burnt. I was definitely burnt out. 100%.
You want an egg?
You have an egg?
I have 2 eggs.
I'll take one. I've never had a seafood boiled egg.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Eagle
Dip
egg.
it in the sauce.
It's eagle egg.
Actually, what else you say? Do you feel like we don't spend enough time?
Well, like this last few months.
You want to go out. That's what you miss.
Yeah, but even in the last 2 months, I mean, every weekend and stuff you've been going because you're trying to catch up with everybody.
Yeah. But I always come back and spend time with you.
Yeah, you come back. That's what I said. At nighttime, but I'm not going to have the nighttime. That was the thing. At least I knew at night I would at least be able to watch a movie or...
I see shit.
But that's not going to be the case.
Okay. So you saying for when you come out there, you want it to be just us?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'm okay with meeting your friends maybe a day. But, like, don't try to do no weekend jam pack with all your...
Nah, it's not the same though. So, like, the reason I did it this time, so for the past few months, basically since I found out I got accepted, I've been trying to hang out with people and do things, just have experiences, because I didn't focus on experiences up until the past, I'd say, year, getting experiences in my life, and I just got to the point where my bills were kind of paid, so I had a little bit of money to spend on having fun and stuff. So I've been trying to catch up with people that normally, like, I've had so many transitions where I was going to internships or school or whatever, that I would just kind of dip, not really get to hang out with people. So I've been trying to catch up with people because I don't know about you, but I swear a lot of people are just dropping dead. So I want to at least see people just in case I don't see them when I get out of school. So I think it's going to be different when I'm in Nashville, because it's going to be like, okay, my girl's coming, I'm going to get all my stuff done, and then I'm hanging with her. She's also the reason I'm going to have 2 phones like Kevin Gates.
Yep.
I have trouble with getting things out of my personal life. So like work or like, socializing and stuff with friends, work colleagues and stuff. Like sometimes I just don't need to answer my phone. And I think also I don't really want to give my number out to dental people and have them calling me all the time, because eventually I'm going to have patients that I'm going to call. And so I found a pretty good deal on a new phone, and I'll use probably use my old number for people from home and stuff like that. And then whenever I want to kind of get away, I'll leave my dental phone at the apartment, and I'll just do my thing. So like when I go out with her, I don't have to bring that phone. It's gonna be okay. I'll let somebody, maybe somebody who's important to me might have that number, but as long as I'm with her, I'm good. So I think when you come out to Nashville, it's not gonna be that big a deal. I think we'll have plenty of time. The biggest thing is getting all my assignments and stuff done early.
Yeah.
So I have time. What else did you say? Did I miss something? Let's try this egg.
I just said being intentional.
With conversation?
Like when we hang out, when we spend time together. But yeah, I mean,
I feel like we have been.
Yeah.
Like I've been having a lot of fun these past few weeks.
Yeah.
Just goofing off with her.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I'm just saying, my main thing is get your stuff done before I get out there. Don't be like, oh, I can do this assignment, 2 hours before she gets there, and I'm waiting on you to finish an assignment. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I can see that. That's funny. You funny. Not you threw the 80-20 in there. We've talked about that a lot too.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about.
I'm not as much of a daredevil as she is.
Well, no, that too, but you're not necessarily getting 100 of what you want, and so I realize I'm not.
You find a good person, you stick by. Ain't too many out there like Miss Reatter here. I've been like, when she say we went through some stuff, we've been through some stuff, and she's really looked out. Ooh, what? This is gonna get you excited. So a surprise for her is, I was trying to figure out stuff to do while we're eating, like once the videos are done and stuff.
Okay.
And I decided to use your favorite app.
What?
Paired.
Oh.
So Paired. So
okay.
Rita loves Paired. Paired. We recommend it for anybody who's a couple.
Oh, what?
They give you conversation topics. They're really, really cool. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them can be deep discussions and things.
And it's daily questions. So like both you and your partner answer the questions, and you can't see each other's answers until the other person answered. Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to delve into things. Mm-hmm. Seeing how, checking in regularly, or what people think about certain topics and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. So we like it a lot. So I found a list of questions to ask your long distance partner.
Okay.
This will be my first time doing long distance, because any other time I had long distance, the person would come to me even though I would ask them not to. So I finally have somebody respecting the long distance. So we get to actually go through this and see.
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? We get to actually see.
I don't know if he didn't ask them to come, but
I never did.
But I digress.
Never.
On that. It's none of my business.
One thing about me, I don't like clinging. I don't. That was I had to learn that in my youth. How to say. Let me not say it. Piss off.
Either way, I am excited to have my closet and stuff back.
She ain't that excited. She ain't like I took all her space. She got a whole. This room is her closet, and then like I have like a small closet slightly outside the room.
It's a linen closet.
She mad that that's filled up.
No, yeah, it's filled up. Right.
I gotta put my stuff somewhere.
Well, when I bought the house originally, it was like a few nights, and then it was
never a few nights.
It was supposed to be.
She said she wanted me to stay, and I stayed.
No, I did not. No, I'm trying to lie to people.
I'm not lying. That's what happened.
Okay, that's what happened. You need to drop in the please comment below if you believe I asked Thomas to stay.
Don't do that. It's my channel. Don't do that.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
Okay. What are you gonna miss most about your partner?
Well, I will say it was rocky at first, but
hey, you gonna have these people think I'm terrible?
No, because you had to be taught some things or told some things.
Yeah. I was rough.
Thomas
had some growing up to do.
Like now, he really does help out around the house a lot.
Oh yeah, I didn't know how. Yeah.
So like
I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, so I will miss that because like sometimes I'll wake up because him and Adrian would leave early, like 6:45 earlier before me, and I'll wake up and dishwasher is running and clothes is like washing, or the dryer, or I get home and the clothes are folded and put up.
I mean, I try because you work pretty hard, so
yeah. So stuff like that I will definitely miss. Even in some nights, like when I like have a week and it's like really hard for me to cook. Some days Thomas to take over and cook something, or have him and Adrian cook. Except for the last, you've been slacking off. That last one, I don't know what you was doing.
what was the last thing I made?
That you was supposed to do the air fried pork chops, and you in here working this computer playing with this editing video.
No, okay,
No,
okay.
so,
Them pork
let
chops.
me finish. Nope. So I will miss that because he has been like a big help lately. Well, I guess not kind of last month. No, but he's been a big help around the house. All right, so go ahead and tell the pork chop story.
The pork chops, okay.
It was Mother's Day weekend too. That was supposed to kick it off. Remember, Friday.
So we supposed to make these pork chops, and I tasked Adrian with the simple instructions of follow the recipe. The recipe says put a teaspoon on this, a tablespoon on that.
Olive oil.
You do that,
Yeah.
you throw it in the oven. It's very, very simple. It's a pork chop. Olive oil,
And then
your seasoning, and then to crisp it up, we like to use baking powder. Is it powder?
soda. Baking soda?
Powder, I think is what we had.
Oh, baking powder.
So the recipe calls for like 2 teaspoons. Now, Adrian is officially a teenager, and the thing about teenagers is, at any point, their brains can just not work. And so it's like a running joke that he has to be watched for things that you would assume he can do. Like, he can definitely read. He can follow instructions typically. But he'll just make decisions, make me look like an idiot. So I'm in here, I'm like, okay, I need you to do this, this, and this. Just get the pork chops going, we'll do everything else. I gave him the phone with the recipe on it. When it called for a teaspoon, I swear the boy went and got a gallon cup and just put the whole container on the pork chops.
It was olive oil.
He put olive oil on there first?
The olive oil.
When I came in there, it was a
The
bowl
powder.
of the powder. Yes.
But you know, when I yelled for you, it was because olive oil was in the pan just sitting.
Either way, it was messed up. So I'm getting fussed out. And I'm like, what could he possibly have done? When I saw that bowl, I was like, we starting over. We start. I was so mad. Because I was like, it's not. I would have understood if he confused a teaspoon with a tablespoon. It was way more than a tablespoon. It had to been a gallon. It was almost a whole container. I was so mad.
And that's what I'm saying. I buy the groceries mostly.
I was so mad. It's like
they
the pancakes.
wasted my stuff. Yeah. I was like, yo, come on now.
So I got fussed about that. But everything turned out okay, right?
It did. It turned out good.
She was just mad because she was like stressed out because she was supposed to be relaxed. No, if you gonna tell them that story, you gotta talk about that French toast we made though.
I was working too though.
Oh.
That was it. Remember?
You was working that day?
Yeah, on my computer. Because that's when I told him to boil the water. And I was
The
like,
mac and cheese.
yes. I was like, because you know that day I had went to the gym and I was like, cool, Thomas is gonna cook dinner.
Yo, it's like 3 steps to cooking boxed mac and cheese. You boil the water, you put the noodles in there, you wait 10 minutes or whatever it is. The boy did it backwards. Put the noodles in, then cut it on like 3.
Yeah, it wasn't even boiled, like it wasn't even hot enough to boil the water. And by this point, so because I had went to the gym and I was like, oh, Thomas is cooking, I like purposefully did not eat. And that's when I started getting hangry because I'm like, yo,
Yeah, you get very cranky.
you playing with me, dog. Like, come on now.
I've noticed that you get very, very cranky if you go too long without eating. So yeah, so we had to do with it. But I try to cook, try to help out. I've been learning how to cook because I'm definitely not the best. But I'm getting better.
Yeah, some of his recipes do slap.
Yup. We getting there. But yeah, you have to have Adrian do stuff. Now he gonna really see how much I helped out.
Yeah.
Because he gonna be like, damn, I'm always doing something.
Right.
Always.
I'm getting full now.
Well, I'm gonna miss all the laughter and the pranks.
or just like the joke. I would say pranks are like 25% maybe of our playtime, but the jokes and the roasts be so funny to me because both of us will like we try our best to set it up where you don't see it coming. Man, when I tell you we be laughing.
Right, the one yesterday that's still sticking with me. When you yesterday in the car when you was like, so Thomas told me that I have to call him a doctor now.
Oh yeah.
Or once he finishes dental school.
When I finish dental school, you gotta call me doctor, yo.
Yeah, he said, you know, you make sure you call me doctor. And I was like, yeah, right. You don't call me Esquire, none of that. And Thomas was like, you know, you better put the 2 letters in front of me. I said, okay. I got 2 letters for you. And when you edit, make sure you put F. Yes. And Adrian goes,
boy, that was funny.
And Adrian goes, what? And I was like, never mind, nothing.
That was funny, boy. We be having a good time.
Yeah.
But I'm officially getting an iPhone. So hopefully FaceTime will give us some laughs too.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited to get my routine going. I think that's going to be key. Central, pivotal. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to tell you. I know she worried about me, but it's very hard to fill out of dental school. You got to basically try. It's possible, but it's hard.
Hey.
Law students fill out a lot more. Way more.
I see people do amazing stuff every day.
I'm just saying. You have to do your best or just really piss somebody off to fail out of dental school. Residency, I think that's different. But dental, for the most part, once you get in, right? Do you need it?
No, I guess not.
Long as you doing what you're supposed to do, you talking to the right people, you learning from your mentors, you're supposed to become a doctor.
Yeah, I have found that they cut medical students, medical professionals way more slack, and it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is.
That's because we save lives out here.
I save lives. And it's more than people realize.
How many of y'all, when y'all think of a lifesaver, y'all think of a lawyer?
Okay.
Nah, she really do be saving people. A lot of the people she saved are really dumb. They really dumb.
When them blue lights come behind you,
because
you better call your doctor. Yeah. Call your doctor then.
You should tell us one of your client stories. I know you got some. When I say dumb, because here's the thing. It's like people like getting in the pool with Michael Phelps and claiming that they're about to outswim him. Like they're not in a place where they know what's going on. And people don't accept that. Like, okay, maybe you smart in public. In the courtroom, not so much.
Yeah, it's not the same.
And every time, all of her clients that don't listen to her always reap the consequences. And it's like we see it coming, they never do, and then they're crying, they sad, whatever. It's like you did it to yourself. It's like that dude the other day that was driving during his
hearing.
His hearing with his license.
Driving while license revoked is what he's charged with, and he's literally driving to the doctor's office.
So you see people drive to court all the time that ain't supposed to be driving to court.
Yeah, and my thing is, I guess it's human nature, or people think that if they overshare, then they'll get compassion.
It works in most situations.
I would say it's about 50-50 because in child support, if you haven't paid for your kid in 5 years, and then all this tragic stuff happened with you in the last few months, that explains the last few months. But what about those other 4 years?
No, I get that for the court system. I'm saying, especially in the South, a little sob story goes a long way. And I think way too many people get too comfortable with that.
Yeah, okay, I agree with that. And for me, I just...
In court, it shouldn't. Like you said, the fact should stand for most of it.
And even some of the sob stories, I'm just like, I'm not moved. But that's in normal life.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people... When she did this for me, too. But a lot of people, they complain about stuff that they could fix, and they just don't. For whatever reason. Like, it's fine complaining is normal, being upset is normal, but like,
yeah, and then
if it's something fixable or like something that you might could fix if you tried and you just don't, we get tired of hearing your story. Real quick.
Okay, with the we. Yeah.
No, I'm so bad about it now. Like, I used to listen to people before.
Yeah, Thomas was very. Well, I'm understanding, but I'm also like, okay, I'm solution oriented. How can we find a solution? Once I hear this sadness, we need to fix it. Mm-hmm. But most people don't like that second step of me because it's like, oh, well, you're supposed to be moved by the sadness. I'm moved when you do the solution. Because
I'm starting to realize most people don't. So because I had to go through some crap to get to the point I could get in the dental school, and then everything kind of paid off. It's like, it's not that I'm not sympathetic, but I always want to see somebody trying. Like, if you got a really terrible, sad story, like you got hit by a meteor yesterday, your life sucks. I'm sorry about that. But if you're somebody who it's like, all right, bro, you ain't had money since you was 5, and you still ain't got money, and you still complain about it. It's like, what are you doing to do better? Like, okay, you got a job, but it paid minimum wage. Are you trying to get a different job? You know, like, it's got to be something. Mm-hmm. And if you're at a point where you just cannot, quote unquote, cannot do anything to change your situation, more than likely it's something in that situation holding you back. Sometimes it's, you know, family or a partner or a health concern, something like that.
Yeah.
But you got to decide, how do you want to live your life? Because like I said, people go every day. It's crazy. People that are perfectly healthy are not here right now. So you're not guaranteed 100 years. So you got to think about that. What's the best thing for me over the next 10 years, 5 years? You got a big old piece?
That's a good
Yeah, I got that scrimp though.
Ah.
That C. Yes, sir.
That C roach. But y'all.
So I still listen to people, but I'm very quick to be like, all right. Or another good one is people like to complain about things that don't have solutions, and I see no point in those anymore. Like, no points. It'll be like somebody like complaining because it's raining outside. You get 1. After that, I'm not listening to it no more. You can't change the fact it's raining.
Yep.
Why am I sitting here listening to you? Like, okay.
Yep. It's like the people that complain about gas prices. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna still get gas.
You gotta get gas, yo.
So,
or walk.
There's nothing I can really do about it. I mean, yeah, I could go to a store that's cheaper, and that's what I do. But if I'm down, you know, and I'm about to run out, I'm gonna just get the high gas.
Yeah. You know what I don't like is when people talk about some experience they have, and I'm listening, and then you know, like they know it's something that also I'm dealing with or it happened to me, and they're like, "This sucks, right?" And like, I just don't know what to do because my first instinct is not really. Like, it'll be.
That's funny because you've definitely changed.
Yeah,
I feel like when I first met you.
Because okay, so the way I understood the world, I used to complain about everything, and then she was probably the first person that really pointed out to me, like, all right, you're complaining about things that are unchangeable. It's not healthy for you. You're stressing yourself out more by doing all this complaining and being negative and stuff, and doing these loops. So now I look at a lot of things. I'm like, it's really not that bad. Like, okay, I forgot something in the house and I have to go back. It sucks. I don't want to take the extra steps, but it's not really that bad. Like, I'm not gonna sit there, complain about it or get upset about it. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do because I can't change the outcome. So I don't like when people complain. It'll be like if you're a painter and you're like, man, I hate being around paint. It's like, bro, why are you in this job?
Quit.
Yeah, like, go do something else. Like, you can't complain about something. Oh man, I'm on the Coast Guard and we gotta get in the water. Like, you're on the Coast Guard. These are extremes, but these are real conversations that people have. Like, I don't know. Like being a lawyer and not liking paper. Y'all have paperwork all the time.
Well,
you don't like paper?
E-course.
Oh yeah, y'all are getting away with that.
Yeah.
Or going away with it. But that caused more people to complain.
Yeah.
People gonna complain regardless.
Yeah, and I realized that, and it's like, okay, because you know I have bad days too, but then I also be like, well, could be worse because
it could be a lot worse.
And Thomas told me that's not healthy, but
it's not healthy when, like, she does it for everything. Like, I be like, sorry, Rita, it's just not good. Rita, like, I swear, you could blow her arm out. She'd be like, well, I could have lost both arms.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. Like, you know,
It's like, damn, you gotta process it a little bit. Like, but it keeps her strong. She's very mentally strong.
I also try to be positive.
Incredibly mentally strong.
Thank you.
You are a very positive person.
Yeah, I know sometimes I can be like, but yeah, I try to.
Well, you get fed up with people fast. Very fast. She way worse than me. Like, when she get fed up, like, she really be done with you. She be like, I'm gonna just leave. I started doing that too. Her son is the best for that though.
Yeah, I was like, maybe that's where he got it from, but it's like he was born.
No, I think we learned it from him. That boy will exit stage left so fast. It could be because he's upset with you. It could be because you answered a question that he asked you. And when he ready to leave, he gone. He not staying there.
Is correct. Like, it could be the correct answer too.
Yo, you never know. You never know why he left. He just leave. So I guess if you do it all the time, people not gonna notice the difference. But I do that now too, because sometimes, like, there's some people that are so manipulative. I don't know if they know it or not, but it'll be like, you'll be like, okay, well, I gotta go. And then, where you going? You know, I was going this place. They still trying to hold on to you. Oh yeah, pop that open. That thing good. So sometimes it's easier. Like, I'll tell you a good one. If somebody's talking my head off and I really gotta go and they're not respecting my time, and somebody else walks up for even a second to say something, I'm out. Yeah. As soon as they look back, I'm gone. I'll be like, well, I gotta
go. Right.
And I'll let that other person talk to him.
I feel like, you know, you are good about, so I think in person for me it's easier to like leave a conversation and stuff, because you know.
Oh really?
You know how on the phone I be trying to hang up with people and
they still be on. Yeah.
I a little bit struggle with that. Like,
that's crazy because you're quick in.
Yeah, I'll be like, all right.
Yeah.
But on the phone.
Why does it bother you so much on the phone?
No, I don't think it bothers me. It's just maybe the people I talk to, because I'll be trying to wrap it up. Like, you've been there where I try to wrap up the conversation
3-4 times and they still going. Yep.
But part of it too.
I hate it more in real life.
Yeah. I
don't like talking on the phone, but to me, when you do that in real life, you very disrespectful. It's like, all right, bro, I done told you, I got to go. And then they got the nerve to say, well, I ain't gonna hold you too long. I know you got to go, but
yeah,
like, no. But yeah, phones, they'll do it too, for sure. But I've gotten better about that. I'm a lot more quick now to say I gotta go, because I feel like I value my time a lot more now. Like, when I know a conversation is going nowhere and I've already wanted to leave, eventually I'm just gonna be like, I gotta go. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts. I'm leaving.
Well, I will say,
I'm gone.
Thomas will stand there and talk to people longer though than I will.
Then you will, but it's it's not like before. Like, I'm not gonna sit there all night with somebody. It's always gonna be too long for you, because you're very much, once you're done, you're done. Like, it's time to go. I just can't do that. I was raised a little bit different. A little bit. That's been fun to navigate.
No, I mean, I was raised to stand there and be nice, because it was nice to, like, let people say everything. And I'm against the grain. You see my mama. My mama will listen to whole.
Oh, okay. I'll take it back. So you learned to rebel earlier than me. Let's do that. Because you're right. You were taught the same way. You're right.
Yeah.
It took me forever.
Because mom be like, you know, she.
It took me forever to break it. Because I was so worried about reputation and stuff. Which, I'm not going to say none, but most of that doesn't matter. Not the way it was portrayed.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm respected. And my work ethic is viewed. I'm like, I don't think people have negative views of me, but they might.
Well, somebody always does, but
not in my career.
Yeah. Your career, I mean, you basically top dog, almost top dog. It's somebody that's been, one or two people that's been here way longer.
Yeah. That
probably got you covered, but you learning from them too.
Mm-hmm. But they're also learning from me. I mean, the other day I had an attorney's assistant call and ask about e-filing, and he's been practicing it 30 years.
So she out there doing her thing. Look, it's my turn now. I'm about to come in.
Good, cause I can retire.
So much. No.
And
you supposed to give me a soft life. That's what the conversation
saying that
we had.
No, I've never in my
want
life.
1,000 thread, duck feather pillows.
Yeah, okay.
And all that. You know, my feet shouldn't have to touch the ground no more.
I don't date princesses, so if that's what you.
Why can't I be a prince?
You need to find you a king.
Why can't I be a prince?
You need to find you a king. Cause that ain't me. What do you feel most grateful for?
Most grateful for? I'm gonna say that I didn't give up. I was talking to Adrian about that. So when we were going through my room, there was a lot of reminders of just how negative and sad my life was, or I was. In that room. It's a lot of candy wrappers in that room. Like peppermints. I used to eat so much peppermint. And I just sit in my room in the dark. Eat peppermint on my phone. It was it's a lot of things I did to escape in that room. And it's like I'm so much better now. Like I still, it's funny, I don't know if y'all ever feel this way, but I feel like I can look back at who I was and I don't recognize the person. And that's definitely how I feel about me now versus when I came back home. I would even say before I took the DAT, like me looking back at me then versus now, very different. Very different person. So I'm grateful that I kept trying. I'm grateful that I found you, because you've been one of the biggest catalysts to me getting everything together. And having really, you've been very helpful, but I also think a big part of it is you give me a goal to work towards, and I need those. So trying to be big dog like you and make you happy is gives me a lot of motivation. Especially when I'm so serious when I say I'm a lot more forward and blunt when I talk to people and stuff compared to how I used to be. A lot of it is because I just be thinking like I don't have time. Like I got stuff to do with Rita or with Adrian or with family or whatever. It's like sometimes I gotta be able to tell people like I can't do this or no or whatever, which I used to have a lot of trouble with. So you give me a lot of motivation there. And I'm glad I saw my dream through, because I thought about it a lot and I did want to give up at some points before I met you, but I was like, I can't fully give up without trying one more time, because I just knew like even when I came back home, my mindset about school was just so different. I was out working and stuff, and I was like, this can't be all that I'm here for, to work at gas stations and retail and things like that. It's got to be something else.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because do you remember when you was like, I was like, what do you want to do? You was like, I want to be a dentist. And I was like, what are you waiting on? You remember you didn't want to take the DAT that February.
I did.
Was it February or what date? March?
March.
You didn't want to take the DAT that March date. And I was like, I don't understand why, because you're not doing anything, basically.
I was scared.
Yeah, but
I was scared, and I didn't think that. So, looking at how I took my DAT the first 2 times, I didn't do what I was supposed to do, but I thought I did. So I felt like if I couldn't do it in times where I had the time on hand to study and do it, then how am I going to do it when I'm coaching and teaching a full-time job? And you basically was like, suck it up.
Yeah. I was like, I don't understand why what we're waiting on. Because I had just took the bar exam that same year you started studying for the DAT.
Mm-hmm. Just to get.
And I wasn't working, but I had a lot going on just mentally and in my family and all of that. So I was just like, I don't understand why you can't take the DAT. Like, so I just say that to say, I know I pushed you, and at one point I was like, I might have pushed him too hard.
Yeah, she pushed me.
I was scared.
I mean, I would leave the house at like 6, and get home 7, 8 o'clock every day. So it was like during the week, it was not a lot of time for me to study, and I also had teaching duties and stuff because just because you are finished at work doesn't mean you don't have work at home. So I would try to get a little bit of study in during the week, but mostly it was on the weekends. And she'd be right there. Hey, did you study today? What did you do today? Yeah. Come over so we can do some stuff on the whiteboard. She did go through organic chemistry with me. Yeah, that was amazing because she never learned about organic chemistry, but she taught me organic chemistry.
Yeah, you remember when we went to work out at the park and I bought the whiteboard?
I was so mad. I was like, no, you did not.
We went to work out, and so I was like, all right. And while we're working out, what were we doing that day?
Were we flying kites and stuff?
No.
Or bikes?
I'm talking about at the park.
Which part? The one over there.
You remember under the thing?
Oh.
I had the whiteboard.
We was running, weren't we?
Yeah, we were doing exercises, and we were
You right.
Yeah.
You right. Yeah, that was terrible.
No. Because I could see the improvement. Like, he was doing really good.
The funniest thing about organic would be I had a method for finding my answers, but I would never know if the answer was right. And then most of them were coming up right, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't even explain how I got this right. I'd just be like, well, because of this, this, and this, I think it might be this. And then it would be right. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah. And I had no clue. I just had the answers and the questions, so I would write it or whatever. I think when we were out there, I remember drawing.
Yeah, you were definitely drawing.
Yeah, trying to.
Yeah, she was on my butt. Like, she was making me study. I needed it.
Yeah.
The one thing I would say I was consistently doing, though, is I was taking practice tests on my own.
And
I was
doing
that.
not the logic games.
The PAT?
Yes.
I did do but I always get an average score on PAT. I didn't do enough because I was so worried about the sciences. So I mostly was focused on that. If I had spent more time on PAT, I probably did better. So like, because the timing was limited, I did my DAT different from how most people do it. So it had been a while since I looked at science stuff. So I went back and got the basics on mainly chemistry and orgo. About, I would say, right around November. I did that for like a month. End of November through December. January 1st started my 3-month studying. And so that was mostly on the weekends. I would spend, how many hours do you think on the weekends? I spent like maybe 3 hours during the week, and then on the weekends,
yeah, that's when we would hit it.
Probably hard. 5. I would say 5, 6. I don't think I did more than 6 hours on a day. So maybe hitting like 10 hours a weekend. Like, I was not studying as much as most people. I did get the score I needed. It probably would have been higher if I spent more time. But like, when I say I was burnt, like, I was not used to having to work and then still do stuff and not have no time. Like, I didn't really have free time. My free time would be us doing something studying related.
Or that sleep.
Yeah, that was rough. So, I'd say that period probably got me ready for Meredith, though. I worked 2 jobs when I went to this post-bac program. That sucked, but I got through it.
Yeah, and you did pretty good.
Yeah, because the last time I had worked and went to school did not end up well, and I wasn't even taking a full class load then. I took a full class load at Meredith. I don't know how I made it. I had good teachers. A lot of motivation. You barely saw me then, for real.
Yeah.
That's when you saw me the least.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how we communicated. Probably texted you all day.
Yeah, I feel like I did see you like weekends.
Weekends, yeah, but not during the week.
Yeah, during the week, because but whenever you worked late for the wedding and stuff, I'll see you then.
That was a rough one. Meredith was rough. Being at the school was cool, but like all the work and all of that was rough. But yeah, so I feel like I can handle school. You know, no matter what they throw at me, either I've seen it or I'm gonna laugh at it, one or the other.
True.
Did I answer your question?
You did. I was gonna say, do I answer it or do you ask me?
Yeah, you gotta answer the same one.
Okay. What do I feel most grateful for? Growth.
Growth.
Yes.
You, me or you?
It's like, it's a whole combination, and that's why you chose that answer. Because I feel like this past year has been trying with a teenage boy.
Oh my goodness. I told it was coming. That's the funny part. I can see the future.
Me and Thomas's relationship. Not really trying, but growth for that one.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. No, Adrian, I don't know. We made it.
For everybody out there, if you don't know, 7th grade is when them hormones really kick in. So like 6th grade, they still kind of sweet. But 7th grade is like everything is on 10. Brains haven't quite developed. Hormones raging. They're both 6th graders and 8th graders at the same time. You don't know which one you get in which day, but all of them are going to be forgetful. Or mean.
Yeah, I'm going to say it
or
wasn't
sarcastic or whatever.
That was the...
Their logic is going to be flawed. 7th grade, if you have not seen anything out of your child, 7th grade is when they're going to really show that they're a preteen teenager. And you just got to be ready for it. And it's going, the whole year is going to be like that, or most of the year is going to be like that. And then they'll flip right back to being your sweet babies again. It's very weird. 7th grade, it's just weird.
Thomas had to threaten Adrian on the while he was on the cruise.
I did. I forgot about that. What was he doing?
Out of state.
He was wilding. Oh my god! I was like, boy, when I come back, I'm about to get you. Oh my god. He is better about that though. So he used to talk so crazy to most people, but his mom. I was like, you talk crazy to your mom and anybody else. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Because your mama love you. And so we had to work on that because once again we talk about not being that bad. Like she take care of him.
Yeah, he would always...
He is very spoiled.
Oh, bruh, so-and-so is doing this, and they got this, like...
Comparison is thief of joy.
And then it's like, the people he was comparing it to, I knew it was worse.
We know the other side.
Yeah, I'm like...
Being a kid, you got blinders on all the time. Most kids. So it's very... And it's hard to navigate that, because you don't want to be... Like, for instance, like, if your kid's like, this person has all this designer stuff. You don't want to tell your kid like, yeah, but they house falling apart. Like you don't.
Yeah.
It proves your point, but it's not gonna be a good look for.
Yeah, and I'm not about bashing, especially like other single moms or stuff like that. And that was his. That was
consistently the thing. Right?
Yeah, he would always. Yeah,
it would always be kids with
a single mom
or like they family going through stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like I know everything looks nice, but it's not what you got here.
Right.
It's very hard for him to see that. Like I tell my students all the time, like, I want y'all to remember, I'm gonna tell you this today, you're not gonna understand it. When you hit 18, we hit 20, we hit 30, I hope you remember it and you think about it. Because one thing they don't ever understand is how annoying kids are. Or like why they're annoying. They're like, we didn't do anything. It's like it's all the small pieces.
Yeah.
All like if you I wanna do a skit like this one day. You need to just take like 15 people and have all of them do something random, but with full intensity. Like you have one person talking about how they hate cheese pizza and everybody that loves cheese pizza are weird, and they're going into a full-blown conversation, yelling and screaming. And then you have another person crying in the corner, and then you have another person trying to ask you where the bathroom is, and it's right behind them. And just more and more people, just everything's so intense. That's one of the quickest ways to overload somebody. But kids don't hear it. They don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
So when you're older, I hope they remember that one for sure. Because it's like, I love y'all, but I love you individually. All y'all together is a mess.
Yeah.
A mess.
Yeah.
Let's do one more. Oh, and I was supposed to shout out Sadea, my number one big back. She having quadruple back surgery tomorrow. So now she'll only have 2 backs. Ooh, over the last 5 years, how have you changed?
Patience. Very, very much so.
Not because of me.
Because
I didn't know lawyers had patience.
yeah, it's thin.
Only healthcare providers.
It's very thin, but yeah. Well, I would say in the last 5 years, because this is 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So 2019, I was kind of like, all right, if I was gonna have a partner, he needed to be here, do this, and this. But I also was like,
I definitely wasn't ideal.
I also was like, I didn't want a partner because I got to get out of law school, and nobody else is putting their last name on my degree that I work for. So, yeah, patience and for people, I would say, is something that has changed over the last 5 years for me. I still have balance where it's like, all right, you know, I'm not gonna wallow with you forever, but I get it that people do need to vent and say what they need to say and feel what they need to feel. That is something also I didn't really, I would say I understood it, but I didn't care to understand it. But like, everyone needs to feel and go through what emotion. Like, it should not sweep under the rug. They should not try to ignore it.
Yeah, everybody can't handle it the way that you handle it.
So I'm more understanding and patient, like, and realizing, yeah, you do need to feel that and go through it. And that is a lesson that my cousin actually, because she would always tell me, Liana would always say, she's now passed away, but she would always say, you know, people can't talk to you because you're a drill sergeant, and you just be like, go ahead. Like,
yeah.
So
it is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Very no nonsense.
But Liana really was like, you can't do that. Like,
hey, it's good for me. It works for me.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
Yeah, because with Thomas, at first, I was very annoyed with him.
I was so negative. I don't know how you put up with it.
Yeah, he was very negative. But even before then, like, you know, I told you when I was working out, I'd be like, I just want to work out. Like, I'm dying, can't breathe, and you up here, hey, how are you? Oh, you know, congratulations. I see you doing the good stuff. Like,
so when we first met, it was because she used to work out at the middle school. And I didn't realize, I'd be so happy because I'm like, you just graduated law school, everything good. How you doing, Reedy? You doing well? And she just trying to jump rope.
Oh, I had ways.
She was so annoyed with me.
Yeah, I was like, but I will say, then when I realized, like, okay, because he would send me messages too on Facebook, like, oh, you know, I saw you working out, keep it up, and then like,
it's not easy.
During bar preps,
it's not easy.
Yeah, some days I would have Adrian out there with me,
mm-hmm.
And during bar prep, like, he would send like little messages, just like, you know, he remember when his dad went through it, you got this and stuff like that. So at first I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't have time. I'm just trying to focus, and this man keep on messaging me.
I think one time you literally was like, yo, what do you want?
Yeah, because he was like trying to do the small talk.
I didn't realize, like, your prep is like, you gotta study 8 hours or whatever it was. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And so it was just like, when Thomas tried to do small talk, well, and plus I hate small talk anyways, but then during bar prep it was intensified because I wasn't doing, I'm gonna be honest, I was not doing, like, they would tell you to do 8 hours. I might have hit 8 hours a day, maybe 8.
Is a lot.
Maybe 8 days total. But I tried to get as close to it as I could.
Yeah.
But so it was like, and I knew that realistically I wasn't gonna get to 8. But so, like, when you were messaging me and stuff, I would just be like, I can't waste time because I know I'm not gonna hit my 8.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, but anyways, then I was like, okay, you know, I might feel him a little bit. You know, he looked, when I first, Thomas was looking rough. Like, these curls, like, he has good hair.
My dad hates long hair.
But so he has really good hair.
I grew up cutting my hair and not realizing what I had.
No, but that's not even the thing. You wouldn't curl your hair.
I didn't know how. I didn't know anything.
He would wear a fro, but it would not be, like, his curls are defined now. They're, like, very springy. And when he got braids, ooh,
they coming back. We finally got my hair long again, so
those
they coming
braids,
back.
Oh,
especially
man.
in dental school. Just wait.
The braids was it for me.
Braids was fun.
So I say that to say, when Thomas was leaving school, he looked a little rough. Like, he didn't care really, I guess. But I think it was, maybe we had hung out or something. And I was like, you actually are not, like, you cute.
Was that the first time we went on vacation or whatever?
No, before that.
Before that?
Yeah, because I knew about your curls
Movies?
before that.
I wonder when it was.
Yeah.
I was cute.
But yeah, I was like, okay, he's not. Oh, I actually know when, but I don't know if I should take it.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I was like, he's not. Yeah.
Hey, I can.
He's nice, he's cute, and I needed somebody that was like in between. Can't have somebody all the women going after him and all this mess, and Thomas was very nice. Like, very nice. So I was like, okay, I can deal with it. Yeah. But when he dresses up and actually does his hair.
Y'all, that's nothing. Y'all about to see a new me because I feel like she said, I definitely been holding back my potential a little bit. Because I've been waiting. I was like, I don't know why. I don't like planning stuff ahead. I was like, when I'm finally on my dental journey for real, I'm going to start putting myself together. So this wardrobe about to be immaculate like her. I got to catch up. She dresses a new fit every day. Every day.
I don't know about that, but...
You get compliments all the time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like that.
Yeah, just don't pop up in my house because...
Oh, at home?
Yeah.
That is funny. It's like you save all of your fashion stuff for leaving the house.
Yeah.
And then in the house, it's a muumuu every time. Every time.
The muumuu and do-rag.
That thing be swaying. In the do-rag, yo.
But yeah. So that just all brings me back to it was the most grateful, right? Mm-hmm. Oh no, over the last 5 years, how have I changed? The patience.
I've definitely gotten more responsible and just been enjoying life a lot more. Trying to get the beauty out of life every day, even when I'm upset. Even when sometimes you talk a little bit too long on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I used to fuss up. I hate talking on the phone. Like I realized that for her, it's like a love language. So it's like, how can I be mad when she's just trying to share how she feels with me?
Yeah.
And talking about your day and stuff, all of that is very. She may not ever admit it. It's very important to her. So I don't fuss nearly as much about it. I don't think I fuss at all about it no more.
Yeah, no, not really. Yeah, Tom used to fuss me out. Ooh, you call me, blah, blah, why you call it?
But it's so funny because she's like, would just ignore it. And then just, I'd be like, yo, you called me for an hour this morning. You'd be like, okay, well, yesterday. But you had a good point. You were like, it's not as big as a deal as I was making it.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, whoa, my girlfriend wants to talk on the phone.
Yeah, because if it was the opposite end,
it'd be a problem.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, she don't want to talk to me, but especially if you saw me on the phone with like my cousin, like I'd be on the phone with my cousin.
Yeah, you talk to everybody, so it
so
kind
it's
of
like,
makes sense.
All right,
all the people she loves, she talks to pretty much every day. So
yeah,
how can I be mad? I think I've had a lot of growth with that. A lot of growth. I've always been an introspective person, but I don't feel like I always looked at the right things, especially about myself. Mm-hmm. So I've gotten a lot better at taking the time to say, okay, what's the best way to handle this situation? Did I do the right thing here and there and stuff like that? I do that a little bit, at least a little bit more than I used to. And I think I've gotten better at handling things without being out of control or whatever. I'm not really angry anymore, which I love. I love that. And I'm trying stuff more. I'm getting more experiences out of life. I'm not gonna be you, but I'm way more willing to try things.
Yeah, because
I'm way more willing to try things.
Oh my gosh. I was like, hey, our first trip was to the beach, and I was like, oh, they got the wax museum. I've always wanted to go because I wanted to take the pictures. And then I don't know how we realized or whatever that the go-kart place was right beside it. But I was like, oh yes, we could go there and to the go-kart place. And Tom was like, I don't really, when we go to the beach, we don't really do that stuff. And I was like, what? Like, he was like, not even gonna get in the ocean. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What kind of beach trip is that?
I don't like the ocean. I don't like water where I can't see my feet. And there are things in there that can bite me. Don't like it.
Yeah. But that was a time of his life. The wax museum and the
wax museum was fun.
And the go-kart.
That was very early in us hanging out.
The go-kart.
Go-karts was the go-karts still pinned on my Instagram.
Yeah. But yeah, had fun. Very much fun.
It was a good time. Did you enjoy your food from Crab Seafood House.
I did. I have quite a bit left.
Well, I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have none left. And I paced myself. I did.
Whatever.
I did. I took my time. I just finished not that long ago.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this mukbang. Thank you for 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
And the next video is probably going to be me moving out to Tennessee or something around that. So I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace.